Hey everybody, you know me. No, you don't, but you know who I am. I'm Liam Landry. And with
Hello,
me,
everybody. You know me. Okay, no, you don't, but you know who I am. I'm Isa J, your Smart Wrestling Alliance heavyweight champion.
I really thought if I did it for you, then you wouldn't be able to do it.
Oh, it's my staple. It's my thing. It's kind of like, boom, Adam Cole, baby. Like he has to do it every time. It's his character and gimmick and all that good stuff. This one's mine.
Okay, whatever. And we're here to do a review on the NXT. They don't necessarily call it, but it's basically a takeover event for London for the WWE U.K. tournament championship.
Yeah, it's definitely weird because on the promotional stuff from that we got to see on Raw, SmackDown 205 Live, they definitely called it NXT TakeOver London a lot, even though they didn't specifically call it that. So, yeah, it was interesting.
Yes, yes.
Just for the title of that. But let's get right down to it. Let's start.
Okay, the first match of the night, starting off strong with Undisputed Era versus Mustache Mountain. Mustache Mountain team of Trent Seven and Tyler Bates. We almost got to see him in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, but that didn't happen. We got to see him before that on NXT before, but not as Mustache Mountain.
Yeah, I didn't, unfortunately.
Of course, Undisputed Era is represented by Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly.
Yes.
Yes. So what do you think of this matchup?
What I thought of this matchup was I absolutely loved it. I love great tag team matches. It's no surprise. Most of my videos, when a good match that is tag team happens, it's usually my favorite. This one was no. I don't know if this one was my favorite just yet. There's 4 really good matches in this on this day that I absolutely love. This was definitely one of them. I absolutely loved the stuff that Tyler Bate was able to do. He and Trent Seven can do things in the ring that is just mind blowing. And I love the comedy spot where they were talking about doing a moonsault, but then he just jumps up and sentons right on one of the Undisputed Era guys. That was funny. Yeah, I absolutely love this match.
Yeah, no, it was a really great matchup. Tyler Bates is, he's a really great wrestler, and you don't get to end up seeing him as much as you would want to on NXT just because of that contract and how it works.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always great to see, and Trent Seven's also a really good wrestler and character guy, and it was a really solid matchup. Of course, Undisputed Era, is very strong, and then you had the win of Mustache Mountain. Can't say the surprise win because WWE ruined it, but it's still the win.
Yeah, most of all of these matches were ruined the week it was filmed versus the day it was brought out. I knew about the win of this match because I watched Cultaholic podcast and they mentioned it. So a lot of
I knew about this match because WWE sent me a message on my phone telling me about this match. So
I do not have WWE on my phone anymore after I had to download it once because after every single match they give you an email update or a notification, and I'm like, I can't do this. Especially if I'm not watching it live. That'll tick me off. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
It was fine.
Yeah. But yeah, great match. I thought it was worth it.
Yeah. It's really about the journey. That end was really great for the people there. The crowd was crazy for this match.
100%.
Yeah, so definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go into our next matchup. This is a women's matchup with Killer Kelly versus Charlie Morgan.
And yes, this is a women's match.
Yes.
Charlie Morgan and Killer Kelly are not men. I know a lot of people can be confused just by the names, like you mentioned earlier today.
Yes. So what did you think of this matchup?
Okay, so I looked at the star ratings for this match before we did the review right now, and it was given a very low score. However, I'd have to read his reasons or hear his reasons on why he gave it such a low score. But as of right now, I personally disagree because I thought it was fine. I thought it was a good 2.5 star. If I were like a good C grade, something like that.
A very good average.
Yes.
You know,
it
down the middle.
Exactly. It showed the strengths and the weaknesses of both competitors, but they were for me mostly strengths. I really enjoyed Charlie Morgan's charisma and Killer Kelly. She didn't do as much MMA stuff as the other MMA brought-ins, even though she clearly looks like she's that. She was doing a lot more ground-based wrestling, and that was really cool. And they did a lot of ground-based stuff in this match early on, back and forth, which was really cool.
And she has a nice intensity.
Yes, so, definitely.
Yeah,
and really cool red hair.
Yeah, so like you, I thought it was very solid. I also think it's kind of in a bad position because it's kind of a calming down match after the first one, so it's in a very difficult position. But I think it serves its purpose.
Yeah,
and,
it's definitely a transition match for the show, and that's fine. That is absolutely fine because those matches have to happen, especially when you have 7 matches to get through. But yeah, I absolutely enjoyed it. I thought it was worth it. And Charlie got the win, right?
Yes, via roll up.
Yeah, and I'm excited to actually see NXT UK now, just to see where they go with all the talent that they have. I was really upset that Isla Dawn wasn't involved in any of the matches today, but hey, what can you do?
Okay, so the next
one... You said yes to?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So the next one is a 4-man fatal match. It was initially a triple threat match, but then the commissioner... What was his name?
I don't remember. I should have looked that up. I should.
Yeah.
It like we said in our last video.
I think it was Johnny Sane or something like that. It was something Sane.
It's something. Bobby, Johnny.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But anyways, it was a triple threat match, but he came out and made the announcement that he's going to make it a 4-man fatal match, as he said.
Yes.
And brought out Noam Dar, who's apparently coming back from injuries and is going to be joining the NXT UK roster.
Yeah, when he was doing stuff with the Enzo train and 205 Live, he was basically the character that was always the screw up in their little faction, and they were slowly turning him
Enzo
in kayfabe. They were slowly turning him face. He got injured before that could happen, so he's been out of 205 Live for quite some time now. But now he's back, and he was facing who?
The other competitors in there were Mark Andrews, Travis Banks, and Flash Morgan Webster.
Mm-hmm.
We of course saw Travis Banks and Flash in the tournament so far, and Mark Andrews was in the the first tournament, the UK tournament. So I thought this was a really good matchup. Travis was still selling the shoulder injury, so he was working with that storyline, and Mark Andrews, great high flyer, really got to show that off.
Yeah.
Like I was saying in the other video, Flash, especially at this point, he was kind of starting to repeat spots, and
yeah, definitely at this point.
Yeah. Though he still did some impressive stuff. It's not like I dislike the guy. It's just I need to see him do a little more stuff in there. It's not really a great situation to be in there where you see him match after match after match.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's definitely a difficult situation for him at the moment to be in.
yeah.
And most of the guys.
And I think Noam Dar looked great. So I
Oh
thought
yeah,
it was
he
worth
does not
it.
look like he has any ring rust
Yeah.
from the 6 months out, which is great. One of my favorite spots was Noam Dar having Flash Morgan Webster. No, I lie. Having uh, Mark Andrews. Noam Dar had Mark Andrews in a submission. Then Travis Banks comes in and has him. It's a double submission, and then
Then he kicks Noam Dar off, and is about to get the
he's about to get
tap
the
out
tap,
win, and then
and
Flash
stops
yes.
it. So,
Mhm.
oh, that was a really cool
Yes.
segment. No,
Sequence.
Oh god,
This is really cool sex.
I was gonna say segment, and I stopped myself when it came out.
Really cool sequence.
It was a really cool sequence, and they all showed really good stuff. Stundog Millionaire, Death, just good stuff.
Yes, good
Yeah.
stuff all around. Worth it.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it. And and this was, let's mention now, it was for the number one contendership for the WWE UK Championship. Who won this match, sir?
It was Noam Dar.
Yes.
Yeah, so
And-
he's the number one contender.
And immediately after this match, the Coffee Bros decided, or the Coffee Boys, as they were
It's
calling
Super
them.
Coffee Bros.
The Super Coffee Bros. Yeah, the
Yes.
Coffee Boys come out and they just destroy Flash Morgan Webster, and I think it was Travis Banks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Mark Andrews was laying out, or was
Yeah,
laid
he was
out.
laid out outside the ring.
Yeah, and he was
And
just
Noam
selling.
Dar was basically just trying to run away.
Yeah, he ran away, and he did this funny spot where he's like, "Oh, I'm coming. I'm gonna fight you guys." Yeah, no, I'm not. Get out of here. Are you kidding me? Which kind of makes me think they're gonna keep Noam Dar heel and fully turn him, make him a heel when he's facing Pete Dunne. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, I thought it was worth it. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
What is our next match, good sir?
Wolfgang versus Adam Cole
Baby.
for the North American Championship.
This was another one. Well, actually, it did get a pretty good grade from. But I thought it was a solid 4 for me. I thought both men were very entertaining. I'm really confused about Wolfgang though, because he has a flaming skull on one side, loving mother-child elephants on another side, and Harrison Ford in suspenders and shooting pistols on his arm. And I'm just like, the crud are you doing with your body? What the heck?
I thought
Whatever.
you were going to say, I'm more confused about whether Wolfgang was kind of a heel or face in this. Because not only was Adam Cole very over in the crowd,
Oh
but
yeah.
Wolfgang also worked in a very heel-like manner, too.
Yeah.
For this.
It was. I think it went back and forth with the way they were being heel face. Definitely not just your normal everyday. I think it was just two heels going at it versus one is a face. But Adam Cole is probably the most over wrestler in NXT right now. I think he's more over than Velveteen Dream and Ricochet and Aleister Black at the minute. And just think of Velveteen Dream versus Adam Cole for the North American Championship. I think there'll be riots. Not because one man loses or one man wins, just because that once they're both in the ring, the riot will start.
Ruby Riott will just come down to the ring.
You're on the main roster, Ruby. What are you doing? But yeah, I thought they did a really good job. The Gut Busters, that's what they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple Gut Busters looked really good in this match, and I think for what the match was, they pulled out all the stops. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought it was really good too. So I thought it was worth it.
Yeah, definitely worth it. And Adam Cole retains his North American Championship, which I think is the right decision here. It was fun. It was absolutely fun. And one one final thing. A lot of times when people go one more time to heels after heel does their signature, they're just like they'll get the crowd going and then they'll just leave. But not here. Adam Cole got the crowd going, stood up straight. Adam Cole, baby, 2 times, playing to the crowd, which was really cool. And in the second time, we didn't have the TV on that loud, but even the second time, it resonated through the speakers. I thought that was really cool. Adam Cole, baby, is amazing.
And even with all that, Nigel McGuinness was still calling him baby.
When will he learn?
And okay, next match. We had a tag team match that was billed as a talent thing between William Regal and Johnny Saint. Pretty sure it's Johnny Saint, so we're going with that.
Okay.
Hopefully, you change. If it's wrong, he changes his name to Johnny Saint, so that can be right. Anyways, it was Aleister Black and Ricochet teaming up versus EC3 and Velveteen Dream.
Yeah, this match is exactly what you think it's gonna be. Amazing. All 4 men are phenomenal in the ring, and unlike unlike Takeover Chicago, where Ricochet wasn't 100%, here it kind of looked like he was, and he was doing things that I wished I would have been able to see during their match at Takeover Chicago. It was and Aleister Black was fantastic. EC3, fantastic. Velveteen Dream, fantastic. I absolutely enjoyed myself with this one. And the comedy in this was great too.
Yeah, I thought it was really great, really spot on with all the points. Really very entertaining. So I thought it was worth it.
Yeah, totally worth it, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, Aleister Black ends up getting the win over East by hitting the Black Mass on EC3 and pinning them after Velveteen Dream abandoned EC3.
Mm-hmm.
I believe this was kind of going off with the whole fact that earlier in the match, Velveteen Dream was about to hit the Purple Rainmaker, but then EC3 tried to pull himself up onto the ring apron and pulled on the rope, and having Velveteen Dream fall off and hurt his leg. So I think that was kind of him paying him back for it.
Yeah, they did really cool storytelling in this one.
Yeah.
One of my favorite moments was with that one sequence where it was going back and forth with all 4 men near the end, like right, basically ending with everybody getting a kick on each other. Like Ricochet kicks EC3 in the head, and through more movement, Velveteen Dream gets a kick, and then Aleister Black gets a kick, and then they fall down. They're all laid out. It's like really fun stuff. Definitely check. We don't want to spoil too much, so definitely go check this one out. Yeah, it was worth it.
Okay, we go into our next match, which was Shayna Baszler versus Toni Storm for the NXT Women's Championship.
So far, when it comes to Shayna Baszler, this one's probably my favorite match that I've seen from her.
Mm-hmm.
She definitely showed more in-ring stuff instead of just the MMA stuff, which was nice. And it definitely showed how much improved from New Orleans to now she really has become. She's definitely taken to WWE style and wrestling as a whole, and it's actually really cool to see growth. And Toni Storm was fantastic again. She is a talent unlike any other, and I suspect that she will be the first NXT Women's Champion or NXT UK Women's Champion. Yeah, I have to say I enjoy this match despite some of the flaws that I did notice in it, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, it was worth it for me. What about you, sir?
I thought it was worth it as well. Tony really did a great job with getting people behind her and supporting her and making people really root for her cause and of trying to win. So yeah, it was really entertaining, really good storytelling with that, and really good action. So I thought it was worth it.
Yeah, the only thing that I had that is very nitpicky was towards the end when Shayna Baszler was doing a little bit too much. I'm so much stronger than you. I'm not a big fan of that style of offense. Personally, I like the stuff where they're just trying to outmaneuver, outsmart their opponent. But I did enjoy the finish because it was kind of like an outsmarting where she grabs Tony and out to the outside and just chokes her out, causing her not being able to answer the 10 count. That was something new I haven't seen in a long time. But yeah, other than that, just a little bitty nitpicks of Shayna's character. But that's just me. Take it as you will. Final match, good sir.
That is the match for the NXT UK Championship with the champion Pete Dunne versus Zach Gibson, the winner of the UK tournament. And I guess I'll start off. I'll say this was a really great match. As you could imagine, Pete Dunne has always been great. I haven't seen him in a bad match yet, and it really shown here. He looked like a real beast going through this. They had really great back and forth, really brutal stuff. So I thought it was really entertaining. It was really worth it. How about you?
Yeah, this is one of the other four that ties for my favorite match of the night. The other one being the other tag team with Aleister and Ricochet versus Team Dream EC3, and the Fatal 4-Way. But yeah, this one was really solid.
The 4-man fatal.
Yeah, 4-man fatal. My bad. Yeah. 4-man fatal. Yeah, this one was really solid, and I really enjoyed the storytelling towards the end of both men having injured limbs. Not one man, but both. Just treating injury, or whatever the term is. They definitely were strong style more so than any other WWE that I've seen in a while, which is always refreshing. And
even more than Nakamura.
Oh, yeah. Poor Shinsuke Knox. But yeah, one of the coolest bits that I saw in this match was when they were outside and he hits one of his signature. Pete Dunne hits a signature move onto Zach Gibson, and they're just out for 9 seconds, and they both have to go into the ring, and Zach Gibson is selling like he is scared of Pete Dunne. I thought that was really cool. Yeah, it was definitely worth it, 100%. And yeah, Pete Dunne retains his championship, and he is still your WWE UK champion, which I thought was the right move. I honestly did. Now that all of British Strong Style are champions at the minute, it definitely solidifies that not only is that faction ridiculously strong and over, but they have all the right stuff. And when the Tag Team UK division
mustaches,
yeah, and when UK Tag Team Championships, WWE UK Tag Team Championships come into play, I think they'll be your first. And Joe and his brother, I don't remember his name, the Coffee Boys,
Mark, I think it was
Mark. I think they will be the first official feud going into the future of NXT UK. Yeah, overall it was a fun show, right?
Yes, very fun show.
Yeah, in my opinion, they didn't put on a bad match in this one. It was definitely worth it. Definitely go check that one out.
Yes, definitely worth it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the show for this one, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give us those sexy likes.
And the unsexy ones.
If you like what we do, share it all of your friends. Share it all.
And your enemies.
Yeah. And if you really like what we do, well, hit the subscribe button, because you want to be a part of the Smarky family, right? And after that, hit the notification bell. Why should they do that, Liam?
So you can get notified when we post new videos, and also for when we go live. We go live for most WWE pay-per-views and NXT takeovers. We're also going to go live for July 7th, the New Japan G1 special in San Francisco. We also go live for a podcast that comes on every Sunday at 1 p.m. Central Time. And what's the name of that podcast?
It is Shooting with the Smarky Family. Yeah, it may sound a bit weird and we may get some strikes, but I don't think so in the context of what it is. Not only are we shooting film, but we are shooting our thoughts of wrestling. It's a wrestling term, so I think it's going to be fine. Here's to hoping. Anyways, yeah. And also, we might be going live for 2 more special events. One is MLW Battle Riot. We'll see. We're not entirely sure. We'll keep you updated on that one. But definitely All In. We will be going live for All In, and we're excited for that one. I think that's... Where can we find each other?
You can find me on Twitter at Liam_SWA.
And you can find me on Twitter at Isa J_STP. We completely forgot to do that in the last episode.
Yes, we did.
I always forget to do that for some reason. I gotta get in the habit of that. Thanks again so much for watching, everybody. And until next time, it will be awesome.
Mustache sweet me, bro.